In a remote province of ancient China, hidden deep in the misty mountains, lived a man named Li Qingyuan, a humble herbalist with a secret so incredible it defied science, history, and belief. He lived for 256 years. This is the incredible true story of the man who lived for 256 years. Somewhere in the mountains of China, there's a secret village hidden from the modern world. And in that village, there's a legend passed down through generations about a man who lived for over 250 years. It all started when a modern-day investigative journalist was researching a story in Beijing when he stumbled upon a dusty archive filled with old military files. One caught his eye, a classified file from 1933. The journalist opened it up and his blood ran cold. Inside was Li's death certificate, signed by the Chinese government in 1933. But that wasn't all. Buried within the file was an imperial letter from 1827, written by the Chinese emperor himself. It was addressed to Li Qingyuan, a man who lived in a remote village in the mountains. The letter was sent to congratulate him on his 150th birthday. How could this be possible? Had this man really lived for 150 years? The journalist became obsessed with solving the mystery. He had to know the truth behind Li Qingyuan and his incredible life. So he set off on a journey across China to uncover the secrets of the immortal man. Traveling to the remote mountain village where Li lived, the journalist discovered that it was nothing more than a crumbling ruin. Villagers spoke of a time when they saw Li with his long white beard and flowing robes. He was a master of martial arts and an expert in traditional Chinese medicine. But the most shocking thing about him was his age. No one knew how old he was, but everyone knew he was very old. As the journalist dug deeper into Li's past, he uncovered lost diaries, old ledgers, forbidden scrolls, and chilling oral histories from the remaining villagers. They told him that Li was born in the year 1745 and died in the year 1933. According to them, Li had a wife and children, but both are now dead. What's more, they claimed that Li's body was never buried after he died. Instead, it was taken away by the Chinese government. The journalist decided to follow Li's final resting place. His journey led him through dense forests and over towering mountains until he finally arrived at a secluded cave hidden deep in the mountains. The cave was dark and dank, but the journalist felt a strange sense of peace as he explored it. He soon realized that this was no ordinary cave. It was Li's tomb. But what happened next shocked him to the core. As he was exploring the tomb, he heard a strange noise coming from inside. He cautiously approached the sound and soon realized that it was coming from a hole in the wall. He pushed the dirt aside and gasped in disbelief. Before him was a tunnel leading deep into the mountain. He had found the entrance to the secret underground labyrinth beneath the mountain. But why did the government take his body? Was Li Qingyuan an ordinary man? Or was he something more? What secrets did he hold that were so important to the government? As the journalist ventured deeper into the mountain, he uncovered a shocking conspiracy that had been buried for centuries. He discovered that Li was not a normal person, but an immortal being who had lived for over 250 years. He had used his immortality to help others, but the government was afraid of his power and wanted to control him. The journalist was horrified by what he had found, but he was also inspired by Li's courage and compassion. He knew that he had to share his story with the world, but he also knew that the government would do anything to stop him. In a race against time, the journalist raced back to Beijing to expose the truth about Li. But the government was one step ahead of him. They had anticipated his every move and were waiting for him. As the journalist prepared to make his final stand, he knew that he was not alone. He had the spirit of Li Qingyuan behind him, giving him strength and courage to fight for the truth. What happens next will leave you breathless. Can the journalist expose the truth about Lee before it's too late? Or will the government silence him forever? Now, what do you think? Is there such a person who has been living for 256 years? Let us know your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share. Thanks for watching. See you next time.